3 Waynesboro police officers face a federal lawsuit after a mix-up that landed a man with a debilitating disease in a mental hospital. It's a case his attorney says exposes a dangerous trend. NBC 29's Sean Cudahy is live in our Charlottesville newsroom tonight with the story. Sean?
Good evening, Casey. Gordon Goins suffers from a disease similar to ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. He called police because he said someone was stealing his cable, but from there he found himself handcuffed and in isolation.
Yeah, in effect, this man was punished for having a disease.
It started as a simple complaint over a faulty cable box, but turned into days spent in isolation, according to a 16-page lawsuit filed in federal court earlier this month. May 15th of this year, Goins complained his TV would disconnect and freeze throughout the day, so he turned to police. Goins' apartment complex here is actually right across from the police station. His condition makes it difficult to move, but even still, he walked across the street to the police department, but that's when he suddenly found himself in handcuffs. Did you feel like they took advantage of you?
Yes.
Goins says the officer walked him back to his house.
Always with me. They never left.
He suffers from a disease called cerebellar ataxia and makes it difficult at times to talk.
People who have what's called cerebellar ataxia are going to look like they're drunk. They're going to be unsteady, they're going to have slurred speech.
But when officers encountered Goins, they had a different theory.
One of the policemen noticed he had slurred speech and asked him if he had mental problems. He said no. He said, "You want to see somebody?" And he said, "Sure," but he thought they were talking about the cable process.
From there, the officers allegedly handcuffed Goins and brought him to Augusta Health's Crossroads Mental Health Center. They filed this temporary detention order, all with Goins asking,
"Why am I here?"
A clinician's report says Goins seemed disoriented, even mentioned hallucinations, but doctors say that doesn't sound right.
In general, most people with cerebellar ataxia are cognitively intact.
Goins was finally released after 6 days in isolation. Now he's suing 3 Waynesboro police officers for unlawful seizure and false imprisonment. He's also filed suit against a clinician with the Valley Community Services Board, alleging that person wasn't licensed when she interviewed him.
What you saw here were 2 huge mistakes. We need to protect people's rights. They shouldn't be taken out of their home because they have slurred speech.
As for Goins, he's now on a mission.
Because they think they can do whatever they want to people. And it happens a whole lot.
Several other people in this case are being sued by Goins, but their names are still not known and pending further investigation. Meantime, I've been in touch with the Waynesboro Police Department as well as the Valley Community Services Board. Both declined to comment for this case.
Yeah, and Sean, he's saying it's not just about him. He wants to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else.
Absolutely. He says this is something that he sees going around a lot, and certainly we heard about that when I spoke with John Whitehead at the Rutherford Institute. They want to make sure this just doesn't happen again, a mix-up like this.
All right, Sean Cudahy live for us tonight. Thank you, Sean.